Okay, so I'm gonna put my little cat headband on. I like how I feel like I look like an alien when I do this, or like that guy from Star Trek, from Reading Rainbow. Hey guys, what's up? It's Anjali. So today I am gonna do a full face of mini size products. I ordered the Play by Sephora box. I used to be an Ipsy subscriber, and so I've collected a lot of different mini sized products. High end, low end, things that are technically mini but not, we're not gonna create laws here because this is not a Law and Order YouTube channel. I think that minis are such a great way to try new things, which is my favorite part about makeup. I love to try everything. Stay tuned, keep watching, like, subscribe. Don't ascribe, but subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Okay, no. All right, video. This is my bag of minis. Not everything is technically a mini, but I'm basically calling it everything that's not the full-sized, full-priced version. So I guess we'll start off with primer. I'm gonna go with the POREfessional. I've actually never tried this before. Obviously I've heard a lot about it. This is so small. Coming out of the tube, it's a lot smoother than I thought it would be. I'm only taking like just a little amount right there, but we'll see how far I get with it. Putting it on my kind of T-zone area. All right, it is smoothing for sure, but it's like so slick. So I have a hard time believing that the foundation is really gonna stick to it. But everybody swears by this primer, man. I don't know. Next, I'm actually gonna take a foundation sample. This is the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I got a tan, and so I'm not really any of these colors, so I'm gonna see if I can't mix them all together. But if you look at how flat this is, I'm like having a hard time believing that there's like a lot of product in any of these. I don't know how that's gonna work. This is such a weird mechanism for a sample. So they're all gonna open like that. Like, how are you supposed to use this on your face? Okay, it's kind of like got a moussey texture right now. I don't know if that's because it was like locked in this weird container or something, but I'm basically just like scraping it out with the brush. This is so little product, I'm kind of scared, but let's just go ahead and start like that. I've got a cute little pimple that has been dealt with. Like the administration has dealt with that. This might have been a very bad idea. Okay, I'm gonna take a brush. I'm just gonna kind of buff it in, I guess. Yeah, it's just super dry. Like really, the amount of product they give you is so that you can swatch it on your goddamn face. It's like not even a realistic amount of product. I'm kind of feeling like this was a fail. It's got a very powdery matte finish. Not powdery because there's not even enough product to make it powdery, you know what I mean? It's just like a little bit of a disaster right now. I could mix in some of the lighter shade just to get myself a little bit more product. That's cashmere. See, like that's all the product that came off my back of my hand. Like that's fucked up. And see, that went nowhere. That got me nowhere. Okay, we have to abort this foundation mission. I'm gonna go in with one of my mini bags of samples. I'm gonna go in with a mix of the Teint Idole by Lancome and the Power Play by Coverfx. Okay, I'm gonna go in like this. Ooh, that is light, girl. That is light. Oh, it's kind of cooling, actually. We are gonna bronze like we've never bronzed before. You know what I'm saying, guys? All right, let's brush that in. It's quite a bit thicker, so I'm like patting it first to like move it around before I like buff. You know what I mean? Like kind of that stipply stipple. Oh, I just turned so ghostly.
You in danger, girl.
I'm a ghost. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of this light shade of the Becca foundation then, because the only thing I don't have is a mini concealer. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that lighter shade. I'm gonna dot it under the eyes. Whoa, that is light, whoops. I'm gonna put that under my eyes, and then I'm gonna take a beauty blender and blend that in. It's creasing a lot underneath my eyes, Lord. And that's because it's probably so thick. I hope nobody hates me. I'm gonna go in with just a touch of concealer to get right up under there. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Revolution concealer in C10. This is the smallest concealer that I have, so. Oh, right there. Oh, right there. Okay. And so that'll blend in and not look as light as well. I think especially when you have dark circles, using a concealer that is too light for you actually emphasizes darkness underneath. Like, it will peek through, and so all you look like is your under eye circles just start to look ashier. To set my under eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Bye Bye Pores Pressed Anti-Aging Finishing Powder. I'm gonna take this on a fluffier brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. I love this brush. This is kind of like a white powder with like a touch of yellow. I've only tried this powder once, but it's super brightening under the eyes. That wants to crease so bad. It's like I'm trying to tell my daughter not to go out at night, you know? And it's like, no, Dad, I want to. What is up with my metaphors? Like, am I a human? Like, do I live with the world? That looks pretty good, actually. I'm very surprised. I think that if I were to take this on a brush, I mean, this is a pressed powder, and we're only like very lightly setting it. That looks all right. I'm gonna quick kind of just dust it in my T-zone here, on my nose and my chin and my forehead. Ooh. I don't need to really set otherwise too much. But again, that was the Bye Bye Pores Pressed Airbrush Silk Pressed Anti-Aging Finishing Powder by IT Cosmetics. It looks like this. So it's very white, but it has a slight yellow tone. Next, I'm gonna go in with bronzer. So I have two options. I just got this in the Play by Sephora. It's the Julep Bronzer from Benefit. I haven't really dipped into this at all. And then the other option I have is something I got from Ipsy, which I think is a full size, but it's really small. I mean, look at it. And I use this all the time. This is the Lisa Frank Glamour Dolls Bitten and Bronzed Matte Bronzer. So why don't I do this? I will start with the Hoola, which looks a little bit lighter than that, and then we'll see if we need a lot more help in that area. I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Collection Mini Pro 55 brush. I got this when I got my Sephora Rouge, hello. But I'm gonna start on the forehead. I always start on the forehead. I think it's like the best place to get your like bronzing mojo going. There's like a sparkle coming from somewhere, and I don't know if it was from this brush already, but because I know that this is a very matte bronzer. I'm gonna go in on the cheekbones here now. I can't believe I've never tried the Hoola bronzer before. I dipped in quite a lot on that pass. I think this bronzer is a lot more orange than I think a lot of people are led to believe, but it is a good orange. It seems like it will work for a lot of different skin tones. All right, I bronzed all with the Hoola. I'm liking it better on this side, and I went in with a heavier hand on that side, so let me just kind of match it. But it doesn't look muddy. It looks like nice, and there's a slight like the warmth to it is, I think, just perfect, which is why I can see that it's a very popular product. And I think there's a lot of like, there's a great lack of pretension with this product too, which I think is very appealing, especially when you don't use, you're not like some sort of makeup expert, you know? I have two different Tarte blushes, two mini Amazonian clay blushes. The Amazonian clay blushes are incredible. And I got one of these. This is I got in Sephora Play, and this one I got in an Ipsy bag. I like both of these colors. I tend to wear this one a lot more, but I'm gonna go in with this one. I'm so pale. I'm, you know, rocking pale foundation today. So why don't we go in with this one? And I'm gonna go ham with the blush today because I can. I can and I will. Gina Rodriguez.
Today's gonna be a great day. I can and I will.
Why don't we go in with a little bit of highlighter? I got a mini Coverfx Moonlight highlighter. I actually mix this into my foundation. I've not really worn it like on my face, just like whatever. So let's try dot, 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 dot. Like that, right? I guess just... Oh. Freaking out. Because these dots are staying there. Can you see that? Oh my god, what the F, man? What the F? I'm gonna go in with my fingers because I feel like you need to like be able to like really manually like move this product around. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, I needed my finger for this. Lord have mercy. And that looks really pretty. I mean, I don't know why you would ever need to wear a powder on top of this. I know a lot of people put, you know, this is like their base for their highlighter, but oh my god, like why would you ever need more highlight than this? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, be a beacon from outer space for aliens? Like, it's not looking like ashy or anything from the sides, but it's just not a super warm highlighter. Just as a warning, you know, I think it's gorgeous to be mixed in with your foundation, which is what I do. I'm going to practice what I don't preach, and I'm actually going to go over that with a powder highlighter. This is the Becca Cosmetics highlighter in Opal. It's a mini. I just got this. Lord have mercy. Okay. I can't wait to go to FedEx later. We got to get to eyes right now, so let's zoom on in. Ba-bang! I don't really have too many mini eyeshadows. The only mini eyeshadow I have is this sample I got from Ipsy. This is the Balm Voyage. It's part of the Balm Voyage palette. And this is the Travel Shadow in Willkommen, which is German. Willkommen. It's kind of like a satiny brown. It's like a normal brown. Okay, so, but I also have a couple other things that I've picked up over the years. This is a palette from MAC that has all like mini shadows in it, kind of smaller shadows. It's on a brown, kind of green color scheme. I also have this sample that I got from Pacifica, which has like some cool purples and stuff like that. So maybe I'll just do like a combination and maybe do like kind of a cool grungy eye look today. That's, I guess, what I'm feeling like. This is a mattes palette from BH Cosmetics. This has come in handy every once in a while, but it has some interesting colors over here. I have a mini eyeshadow primer. This is the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I also got this in my last Play by Sephora box, so let's kind of go in with that. I haven't made up my mind on whether or not I like this eyeshadow primer. I have really oily, creasy eyelids, so using concealer as a base just does not work for me. It's always like creasing a lot by the end of the day, and for the amount of eyeshadow that I wear, it's just not feasible for me. It does leave your eye a little bit tacky, which I do like. I'm gonna start out my eye with this kind of pinker shade in my mattes palette. Just to kind of set everything. Wow, that is light. Girl, that is light. Maybe a bad idea. I don't know. Things blend over it. That's all I gotta say. Man, that highlighter is just coming to kill you, isn't it? It's gonna reach through the screen and knife you, and you're gonna be happy about it. I'm actually gonna go into the crease with Willkommen. It's not a sparkly enough brown. I think that it doesn't like have a lot of like play, and it doesn't not work in a crease. You know what I'm saying? So you can see like a little bit of like sheen and sparkle, but for the most part, it's just like a good brown to like lay down. So I'm gonna take this darker brown here. It's kind of shimmery, sparkly, but it's warmer than some of the other colors, and I think I'm gonna head towards the warm today. And I'm gonna lay it down in the outer corner here. Really like just kind of pack that on. I will admit that this eyeshadow palette is a little bit old, so the colors are not as pigmented as I would like, but they all still work. I think MAC shadows are like pressed really, really firmly too. So when you're starting to compare them to a lot of the palettes that are coming out recently, when you compare them to an Anastasia palette or something like that, or a ColourPop palette even, you know, it's not shining anymore. I mean, MAC used to be the place where you could get any color you wanted, and that for the most part is still true. But when you take into account like how firmly pressed they are, if you're really looking for like artistry and payoff, I guess, you know, I think there's a lot of other places you can go. So as I'm laying this down, I'm going to kind of drag whatever excess I have into the crease and kind of brush that out into the corner of my eye. But see, now we've just kind of really deep into that outer corner here. Why don't we go in with this this color from Pacifica? I kind of want to go in with this like olivey green color. I'm going to take that on my finger. Okay, and I'm just pushing that into on my lid space here. Okay. I'm not mad at that at all. What I'm gonna do something a little artistic, which I know I'm not known for, but I'm not known anywhere really. But I'm gonna take a little bit of this bright green color here, and I'm gonna spray my brush, and then I'm gonna take this on in the inner corner of my eye. I think that's really interesting. I don't know if this is paying off as well in person. It's looking quite vibrant, but like obviously it's not like super crazy looking, but it's quite vibrant. It's just like that color of green in the inner corner looks like, so is very interesting. Does anybody feel like when they spray their brush, they're like wasting product? Like spray product? I do. I'm like, save all the droplets. I'm gonna take this flat brush and I'm gonna just go in along my lash line with this really dark matte. It almost looks black, but it's not, it's brown. So you don't have to be so precise to be like a wing, but like, you know, just like make sure it like fades up to create an illusion of a more shape to your eye. Oh, that's darling. I love that. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, so I'm gonna go in on the bottoms of my eyelashes with, of my lash line with this brown color. I do have a mini eyeliner from Marc Jacobs of all people. Hello, Marc. I'm gonna go in the waterline with this because I need to like hold down my eye. I'm too nervous about like, just like literally penciling my own eye that I have to like pull it down and like do it along there. Like I can't, I don't know these other people. I don't know what kind of circus they went to, but I went to the circus of Anjali and we don't take a lot of risks here. So I have a choice of 3 different mascaras that I have in minis. I have the Eyeshadow Lash Alert, I have the Ciate Wonderland, and then I have the Pure Fully Charged Mascara. I'm gonna go in with the Ciate, I think, is what is gonna give me the look that I want. I don't have an eyebrow product, so you know what? I'm gonna say, screw eyebrows. I have good eyebrows anyway, so we're just gonna brush them up and call it a day, because I don't even have oh, this is the Trestique mini brow pencil in the shade Espresso. This will probably be too brown for me, but let's just, you know, have fun with it. Yeah, do you see how like that's like warm that is? I think the last thing to do is the lips. So I'm gonna go in with a combination of different things. I'm gonna start off with this mini bite lip pencil. This is in the shade 034. I don't know, it's pink. It's pink. Wow, this is a great lip pencil. And then I hope that these match, but I just got in my Sephora Play Box mini lipstick from Makeup Forever. It's in kind of like a rosewood sandalwood shade. Rosewood, sandalwood, I don't know. I'm just saying it's pink. It's a lot pinker than I thought it would be, frankly. I'm actually gonna go in over top of this Makeup Forever one with the Bite Beauty lipstick in Chai. It's a mini as well. I actually have this in a full size, but I got like as a set, I'm pretty sure a lot of people got it as a set, like the Bite Beauty products. And so, yeah, that definitely toned down the pinkness of it. But you know what? It might not even matter because I have one more thing, and it is a lip gloss from Anastasia in the shade Sun Tropez. And this is pink, girl, with gold reflex in it. And it's quite opaque. I only swatched it on my mouth once. I never really wore it anywhere because it's opaque. It's a look. All right, so we're gonna go with that. Wow, that's a lot of look. This is so pigmented. It's basically like glossy lipstick instead of lip gloss. All right, you guys, so this has been my face full of minis. I will list everything that I used in the description below. The only kind of mishap that we had was that the foundation didn't really pan out the way we wanted, so we kind of had to improvise. And I'm not matching my neck, really. I'm a little bit light, but the highlighter is killing me. There's so much highlighter. Like, I'm just like glowing from the other side of space, which I know some people like. I like to be a little more like subtle natural, especially because it's not like very golden toned. It's a lot more like white gold. The eyes are really, I think, the surprise of the day. I did not expect it to turn out like this. You know, especially because I'm pretty much using only shimmers on my eyes, but I think I created a lot of depth and a lot of fun. I didn't think anything was special about the mascara or the brow pencil. I think minis are such a great investment. It really gives you a chance to use what you pay for. I know that per whatever, sometimes it can be a better bargain, sometimes it's a lot worse of a bargain. It would just be better for your dollar to get the full-size product. But my thought is, you know, you're saving overall money when you wouldn't even get through the full-size product. Like, there's no, like, it would take me years to get through a full Becca highlighter. So I spent $19 and I got, which is $20 less than the full size, and I got a pretty good size sample, especially considering all the other highlighters that I do own. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was interesting. If you have any questions about what I used, comment down below. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. Bye.